you haven't quite worked out the mechanics of why that stuff works. What in the bigger picture makes Richard such a powerful figure to deal with? What is it about it?
Well, as far as she's concerned, I think that it, oh, for God's sake, I think it's very, I mean, it's not easy to understand, but in theory it's understandable, the power that he has over her, simply because she's, without getting into sort of psychoanalytic stuff that I don't know much about, he has actually done away with the person she loved most, which was her husband, and he's killed her, you see, I keep making these slips of the tongue, and I'm sure it's all important. So he's killed my husband, and it's a kind of thing about belonging, I mean, of ownership. I think when people fall in love, there's often a sort of fantasy of actually owning that person so much that he doesn't exist anymore, that he becomes yours. And he's sort of given him to me in a strange sort of way. And then there's the sort of the fantasy of the powerful men. I mean, all the most wicked, powerful men in the world have always had women who've loved them, extraordinarily enough. And he's very kind of grotesquely attractive. People are very often attracted. Look at all these really hideous men as well. You see hideous men with sort of amazingly beautiful wives, and you see incredibly powerful men with adoring wives, and incredibly evil, powerful men with sort of amazingly ordinary, sort of motherly type women. You know, kind of the sort of perfect woman, the perfect wife, the perfect... And you think, well, how on earth can she be with him? And then also there's that... Here I go. Also there's that thing about people falling in love with their aggressors and their things like that. It does happen. You know. If Shakespeare didn't invent it from his own fantasy, I expect he's seen it happen around him. You certainly see it nowadays.
And yet it's not a relationship that brings Anne any happiness at all.
No, but that's the irony of it, you see. Is because her first thing when she starts cursing him, and she says, you know, if you ever have a husband, you disgusting creature, I hope that she's made more miserable than I am. I'm made because you've killed my husband. So she sort of curses herself, really.